is Dr. Janetta Edwards, and we are filming another episode of Kitchen Table Conversation. And I'm here with these two beautiful women, and our topic today is about harvesting confidence. So we're going to ask Dr. Novella Coleman to tell us, well, I just mentioned her name, so we don't need for her to tell me her name, your career, and why this topic.
My career is working in academic advising, education, higher education. And this topic, I would say I'm a work in progress regarding confidence. So it's a good place for me to be. I feel like I'm supposed to be here right now.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hey, Brianna girl. Hey, what you got for me?
So I am a licensed cosmetologist and the owner of Bliss the Studio. I also am a mom, so I am also an entrepreneur. Confidence is something that is built. Some days you have it, some days you don't. Either way, you gotta keep going. So I feel like that's why I'm here because, again, like the doctor said, I am a work in progress. I am not finished. I am not complete. So I want to get the wisdom off this couch today.
Come on, somebody, get the wisdom. So I'm going to say, as far as confidence is concerned, it's something that manifests at different stages of your life. My confidence level at 20 was 20, right? I thought it was all about big legs, big butt.
Okay,
whoop, going on, whoop, whoop, right? Then turn 30 with 3 kids, a husband. I was like, ooh, what do I define confidence as? Nah. By the time I was 40, I was hating corporate America, loving the money, loving the travel, but 40 brought something different to me. It's like you've been in the gym, you've been pumping a little bit, like, yeah, I got these guns. I'm about ready to kill the world, right? And then life shifted, and at 50, a whole another level of confidence arose. Man, I'm half a century. If I ain't got it, what's in? Okay. And then even at 61, confidence is at a different level. I never would have sat before a camera 30 years ago, right? But being confident, it takes seasoning. It's like, have you ever had some chicken that wasn't seasoned well? You like, it looks pretty, but yeah. So I'm looking for us to talk about how to get to that level of confidence. I read a couple of articles written by Belvin, Bruno, and Kelly. And the definition that I was able to come up with was confidence is not presented as arrogance, perfection, or pretending to have it all together, right? Instead, confidence is cultivated through healing community, self-worth, authenticity, rest, Black women, purpose, and creating spaces where women of color can fully exist without shrinking themselves. I don't want to shrink no more.
No, shrink it.
Yeah. I don't want to be uncomfortable because I'm the smartest one in the room. Because that's what they want me to feel like I don't have it together. So, in thinking about this, what would your thought be about either one of you in how you can harvest confidence?
Okay. Let me go. Okay, so what I've learned from my journey is that confidence for me has come from failures. I have got my confidence in the moments where I have not been at my best self. Because it caused me to understand what I was lacking and what I needed to do better in. So for me, failures are one, but also grace is another one. Giving yourself grace when you are not at your full capacity and you're like, I still showed up. Just that in itself, somebody that is able to show up even if they're not their best self, to me that just pours confidence, because it's hard. It's easy to go in a room and you're going to be loved. They're going to praise you. They're going to cheer for you. It's harder to go into a room and you're like, I know I'm not going to see a smile anywhere, but you still be yourself, genuinely yourself. You still put your best foot forward. And I think that is what, to me, embodies confidence.
Okay. What I was thinking about is for myself with my journey, it's been a lot of self-talk. like hearing things and even learning or gathering confidence from seeing others succeed, that helped me to push forward. And then my self-talk, I do it all the time. Like, you can do it, you can do it. And I'm telling myself that, and that helps me with my confidence.
Thank you, thank you. I know in the doc program, tested tested everything you had, right?
Everything,
every little bitty nuance of who you are in that doc program will squeeze it out of you, baby. It made me stand up and say, I'm a punk. I can't. And so being able to say self-talk, learning from different failures and my support in my community was like, I refuse to give in. I refuse to disappoint me. It was no longer about other people. It was about proving to me that I could do it. The doctorate wasn't for anybody but for me to say, I did it. And was I in the up late at night and crying? And yes, I was.
Okay.
I was a punk because the program punks you out. But once you cross that threshold, and it's like, I did that. And the doctorate is not for everybody, but whatever that thing is for you, whatever that is for you, that you need to lay the foundation and having a community, because it was my sister in the program that helped me get through.
Okay.
Girl, you didn't get that paper done
It's
yet.
always a friend.
Girl,
it's
get that. If you don't get that paper done, what did you do?
Oh my goodness.
So we glean from one another.
Yeah.
Would you say that when you began to vibrate at a different level, it required different things from you?
Definitely.
Yes.
Did it change your surroundings?
Definitely.
It did. And for me, it changed people in my life. So some things had to exit. So that's, when you are building that confidence, you realize who belongs and who does not. For me, for my life. Yeah.
Who you need to be in the front row seat and who need to be way in the bleachers.
Or not even at the game.
Not
in
even
the parking lot.
Not even at the game.
Can't even get in the club.
Can't even get in the club.
Can't get in.
Can't get in. Your picture is on the wall saying you can't come in.
Do not.
Don't let
ban.
And then being comfortable with being okay with making that decision.
But you know what? You're not always comfortable with it. For me, okay, I'm gonna speak for me. Like I told y'all earlier, 30 hit me hard. It's gonna knock you out. And what I was struggling with, I always been the person who I want to bring everybody with me. I want to be the one who's like, we all gonna make it out the hood. I'm gonna take us all. And I had to realize that everybody can't come. And I ran. It's like running a marathon, and you keep hitting the laps. You keep hitting the laps, but you never get to the finish line. I kept hitting the laps, and it's like, why am I not seeing the finish line? It's because I had so many people, or even just lifestyles and things that you think are important in my life stopping me. You know what I mean? I will say the internet is one of the biggest things that causes people to miss the finish line.
Why would you say that?
Because the internet is made to keep us in an uproar. The internet is not used in a way to bring us together, to bring us into community, unless we create these type of environments where we do that. So and because of my generation, when I came through, internet was very prevalent. Being an it girl was something that people strive for. We used to strive to be lawyers and dentists, and now they're striving to have the most followers on a platform that's ran by some men in suits in a conference room in LA. You know what I mean? So it's just, once you get past that and you understand that what you said, it's about doing it for you.
Relevant. What's relevant? What was relevant to me when I was in third grade was no longer all that relevant when I got to high school.
Correct.
Because although the third grade gave me the foundation that I needed to get to high school, certain aspects of it I didn't need anymore. Right? I didn't need to raise. It's just different. You learn, you grow, you transition.
That's the key part. Transition.
Okay. Yeah. So Why do so many Black women feel pressured to appear strong before they feel safe?
Mm, I think that we don't have the choice to be strong. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a single mom, and I didn't have an option to not make sure she had the things she need, even if I had $5 in my bank account. You know what I mean? Like, I still had to figure it out. So I don't think it's that I wanted to appear strong. Does that appear strong to people on the outside? Yes. Was I crying in the shower? Yes. You know, just like you said. I just think that I wanted a certain standard for my daughter's life, so I made it happen. And I think that's what it is. Black women, we want a certain standard. That's what it is. We want a certain standard, and by any means necessary, we're gonna get that standard. So is that strong? Maybe, but I just think that's what those are the cards we were dealt, and we got to play the game to win.
Okay. Okay.
For me, I thought about survival. So being strong or appearing strong is about surviving. It's like thinking of animalistic in a way, where you have to appear like you're the bigger, like when people encounter certain animals, they have to appear bigger so the animal can run away. So we are appearing strong because we don't want to be like attacked.
Okay.
So we're appearing strong, and it's about survival, surviving that situation, surviving until we do this, that, or whatever it is. For me,
I got tired of surviving.
Yes, it's thrive. It's time to thrive.
Time to thrive. It's time to thrive. It makes it hard to always be on, right? In settings where we have to always have this shield, and we mad, we're distant, we angry. No, I'm protecting myself because I know you want some BS.
Exactly.
I can't trust you. And so if I don't feel safe, then I am going to put on that strong woman facade to protect myself, because out here we can be, victimized all of the time by the things in the street. So, or in the world. So when you harvest confidence, question is, what type of dirt are you using? What type of fertilizer are you using? Where did you get your seeds from?
That matters.
Seeds got to die before they grow. And
That's
so
true.
some of us, we want to grow and harvest and reap the benefits. But then we mad because you look like you got a big old harvest over there. Mine ain't growing too good. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be hating on you and mad, but not knowing your water bill is 4 times more than mine because you've been watering your stuff. I don't want to water my stuff, and I don't want nobody to tell me about pulling my weeds.
Okay. Say, I've been on my hands and feet all morning. All morning. They bleeding. You don't see the blood. They bleeding. But
so what you see now is what I've harvested over the years of other people pouring into me. Right?
Yes. Yes.
My mother say, when people give you advice, take what's important and throw the rest of it away. What's relevant? All of it ain't relevant, right? And so I grew up at a time where women always gave you advice about what you had on and what you was doing. Okay. Do you let me go to this next question. What happens when Black women stop surviving and finally begin prioritizing themselves?
I think we get the genuine person. We're able to be vulnerable. We're able to be ourselves when we stop. And we can embrace others that I would say look like us and maybe don't look like us. We can embrace because we don't have that shield on. That's my thought on that.
I just think once you start thriving, you learn who you are and you become more genuinely yourself. I think that you are allowed to really show what you can do, and it opens up your creativity.
It does.
We are so creative. We're creative beings, and I just think that once you are allowed to not survive and just thrive, you'll really get to see like what your real potential is.
Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly, because when you see something thriving, you can tell it's thriving.
Yep.
The coloring is different. The demeanor is different. The positioning is different of those people who are thriving and no longer in the survival mode. Another question. What shifts when women stop competing and start collaborating?
I don't know because I'm not competitive. So, I've never been the one who was like, oh, I got to beat them. That's why sports ain't really work for me. I'm more of somebody who I feel like it's enough out here for all of us. Because I'm an entrepreneur, my first business was an event rental company. I rented tents, tables, and chairs. I was putting up the tents and tables and chairs myself. And you know how many people have events? I had so many bookings that I couldn't even hit all of them. So I told my friends, start the same business so that you guys can take on something. Exactly. So I just think it's always overflow, especially when you are chosen, when you are a child of God. It's bound to happen.
I don't have to compete in an area where God has given me gifts because He's gonna make room for me.
It's already made.
It's already made.
Because you're destined to be there.
You're destined to be there. So when you think about competition, like we said, the it girl on the internet, that's all that competition.
That's all they
Everybody
talk about.
wanted to be the hottest, the latest, the whatever, right? But nobody wanted to work together to make it come together. What role? Sure, go ahead. I was going to say, go ahead.
When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, what's calling you, I feel, this is my opinion. When you're doing what's calling you, there's no competition because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't have to worry about the car next to me because I'm driving my own car.
Yep. I'm in my lane.
Exactly.
Yeah. If I stay in my lane and handle my business, then I don't have to worry about, right? Yeah. So how do we teach younger Black girls that confidence does not require perfection?
That is a good one. You teach them that by showing them that. I teach kids at a violence prevention program that one of my friends is the director of. And the kids, I come to them, what I've noticed is when I come to them as myself, not dolled up, the first day I had on a blazer suit, they did not pay me no attention. They didn't care what I was saying. I had a good lesson. They didn't care. When I came in there with my ones on and my jogging suit, they was like, "Oh, Miss Bree,
what's up?
Hey.
What's up? Hey,
so
girl.
like, you have to meet them on their level.
Yes.
We have to stop talking down to our kids.
Yes.
We have to stop the whole. And don't get me wrong, I was raised old school. Some of the teachings we got to instill in our kids, but some of them we have to do better, and we have to break those generational curses and that trauma. We have to start realizing that our kids are people. They're humans. They have emotions, and they're learning how to navigate life for the first time, just like we're learning to navigate life. So I just think getting on their level and being yourself, being honest with them, letting them. And when you're yourself, you don't have to pretend or put on a facade.
Yep, because they can smell it.
Kids are like hound dogs. They can they know. Exactly. Yeah. So I just think that's the biggest thing. And get it in the community. We can sit on the couch and talk all day, but if we're not actually in their lives, we're not seeing them, and they're not seeing us care about them, why would they listen to us? Because I know if somebody trying to tell me what to do, but they not listening or trying to understand my point of view, it's like, okay, I hear you, but you don't know what I'm going through. So just kind of letting them know, like, we are there and we've been there before. Because life is a cycle. It keep repeating itself. Even though people don't seem to understand that's how it works.
I was going to say that to me, it's about affirming them. Because remember how it was to be me or whatever, my sister or whoever. I'm remembering that. And I'm remembering if there were things that weren't so great, like you talked about the old school and some things we need to change. It's affirming them. You're beautiful. Whatever those words are that young person, young woman, young girl needs, affirming them and encouraging them. You can do it. Like the self-talk for me, I have to give it to the other person and say, you can do it. You can do it. What is your dream? Okay, maybe I can help you with it even. But I think that's the thing that the young people need from, I say, us and yourself as well. They need that.
You need to, and what both of you said was paramount. These young people need to know that we're approachable. We're not sitting like the big time stars and whatever. We're unreachable. They need to be able to touch us, communicate with us, and we need to hear them.
Yes.
Like I was talking the other day to my son, and he was saying something to me, and I went on and said something else. And I said, you know what? God said, you need to learn something too. And I said, you know what? I don't think you heard me, but I know I didn't hear you. And that's why the responses were happening, because he didn't hear me and I wasn't hearing him because he didn't hear me. And so it's like,
Back
you
and
ain't
forth.
listening to me and I ain't listening to you. So we just, words
Back
are
and
just,
forth.
and nothing is getting resolved. So even as a parent of adults, having to stop and listen and hear them from a different mindset.
But that's personal accountability. Even the accountability part, even as an adult, being able to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm your mama, but I'm not always right. So let me take a step back and correct myself so that I can help correct you as well." I think that's like you said, paramount. I think that's the biggest.
Wow.
The fact that that's a great quality, that you're able to look at yourself and say, "Hey, I didn't do that right," you know? So,
but it wasn't always that way.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say that they came out the womb and that's how it's talking.
Right.
That ain't the truth, right? It took experiencing it. It took remembering how I felt when I wasn't heard. And for God to say, hey, 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 you about to miss something. Hey, 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 pay attention. You know, and stopping and going, okay, I'm doing all this talking. My children are adults. They're adults, right? So I can't keep saying, remember what I told you, remember what I said. Remember the conversation we had. I have to change what I'm saying because I'm not talking to a kid. I'm talking to a grown. I'm talking to an adult. And so when talking to these young people, wanting them to know that I wasn't all, what you see here is years of putting, I'm reaping a harvest. You see a harvest here, right? You don't see who I was when the seed was put in the ground.
Okay. Before you got the seed.
You don't remember all that. So it letting them know it's okay to fail. But it's not okay to fail and stay falling.
That's the part.
But to fall and to get up and say, what do I need to learn? Right? How can I learn? And showing them that it's a process. And from various different ages. Bringing the young people in, talking to them. See, okay, baby, you cute as that thing. But can you add?
Exactly. Can you read?
Can you read?
You talking about spin that, but can you read?
Right. And then you smart as a whip, but you don't have no people skills. So how can I help you? But you can't come at kids like, you have to, like you said, I got to come in with something that's going to draw their attention and have a conversations with them. And then they can go, oh, they do care about me.
Yes. Relatability.
Respect goes both ways.
So how does purpose help women harvest confidence during difficult seasons? How does our purpose as women help us to harvest confidence during difficult seasons? And you answered that already in a sense.
In my opinion, and from my life, doing what you're supposed to be doing. So what it's true. It's true because I feel everyone has a purpose, everyone has a dream. So how do you have to get started on it? And even if you don't know all the pieces, if you get started and take a step, that helps with
faith without works is dead.
You just get started. It may be small, what you're doing, putting together, and don't hear the voices of others telling you, oh, that'll never work, or that's nothing, because people will tell you that.
Baby, what you doing that for? Why you doing it like that? You remember the story in the Bible where this woman was sitting outside her house and a prophet was walking by, and she was telling him, hey, they about to take my son. They about to take what I need to do, what I need to do. Right. He said, what do you have in the house? She said, a little oil and some meal. He said, make me some bread. He said, make me some bread. So she followed him and made the bread and came back and said, now what do I do? He said, now go borrow as many vessels as you can. And when they borrowed all those vessels, he said, go in and take that little bitty oil that you have. Right. Shut the door. Shut the door and begin to pour. And she was able to pour as much oil as vessels. Every vessel was full. She was able to sell that vessels and get money and pay off. So shut the door. Sometimes everybody ain't got to be in your business. Too many people in your business gonna tell you why you're doing it that way. God want to make sure you listen, because when you tell you to do something, it's never gonna be how you thought it was gonna need to be done. Well, God, why am I doing it that way? That don't make no sense. True. Why would I go around across the street when it's down the street? No, I want you to cross the street.
It's a reason, okay?
So true. If he can't trust you with the small things, how he gonna give you the great things? He got to be able to trust you with $5 before he give you $500.
Okay.
True.
Are you gonna do everything you supposed to do? So having confidence in myself for me means I gotta have confidence in that God gave me an assignment and I'm doing that assignment. And when he tell me you out of order, that I follow suit and do it, and have my circle that tells me, girl, your slip hanging.
Yes.
You need to be checked because you out of order.
Yes.
How many of us had those in our lives where somebody gonna pull our coattail?
Me.
Yeah.
Cause
I can't even get
it out. Because I'm the friend. I don't. Growing up, I always lost a lot of friends, and I couldn't understand like what's wrong with me. Why people don't want my friends? Because I'm the friend that's gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you, you look a mess. You can't wear that outside. You was wrong. You need to go apologize. You know, I'm that friend. A lot of people don't want to be held accountable. A lot of people want the yes men. Yes, girl. They want the mean girl.
Girl, you broke his window because you
was supposed
to break the other one.
No, we ain't doing that.
No.
Exactly.
Nope.
So I feel like once I realized my light was different, it shined different. I tried to cover it up. I tried to blend in, but you can't blend in when you don't fit. That's like a zebra in a pack of donkeys. It's like, babe,
no,
you might think we done, but we know.
No.
So I just think it comes down to that, being able to know that when you're different, being okay with being different.
That's good. Being called out, because we called out. Yeah. So much is given, much is required.
It is
true.
So ain't nothing I can do about it.
And what you said earlier about it might not come in the form or the way that you want it. Prime example, I had to buy a car and I kept saying, I want a sunroof, I want a moonroof, I want this, I want that, I want that. And I just knew it was going to be a BMW X5.
Did you hear that?
But it wasn't. It was a Ford. But I had everything I had been asking for years. And in the Ford. And I had to, I had to understand that I got what I asked for. Just because it didn't come in the packaging that I wanted, this is what I needed in this season. So being able to understand that, like, you're getting what you need in the season that you're in.
That's good.
That's key to being able to level up and to being able to thrive. Because I wasn't always a business owner. I worked in people's salons and I didn't know what I was going to do. You know what I mean? I didn't know when my next client was going to come. And guess what? God always provided.
Always.
So I just, once you believe and really have faith, it's nothing that's unattainable. And I believe that. So.
Wow. You mentioned being different, and that's been me my whole life. It seems I was always different. You know, some people might have called me a bookworm, you know, things like that. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to be smart because then I won't have any friends. So, yeah. So being different, it can be a lonely road. Yeah, it can be a lonely road, but powerful because you're learning about yourself. You're going within yourself. You may pray more, may have more reflection time because you're learning about yourself because you don't have all those people around.
I wanted to be as popular as everybody that was popular in school. I wanted to be the popular girl.
Me too.
I wanted to hang out with the popular girls. I wanted to be in that group. I wanted to breathe that air. It didn't work.
Never do.
It didn't work. And I always felt left out, like, oh man, I can't be with them. So I had to be with the nerdy girls. And I was like, okay, they all right, you know. Then I got with the bad girls. I was like, oh yeah, this is a lot of fun. I can lose my life fooling around these fools because they foolish. Right? You know, and then you go to different stages of your life. And so I used to hide the girl from 43rd Street. I used to keep her in a bottle. I ain't let her out because she know how to act. Okay. She was ready to test something up, right? So I kept her bottled up. And then the nerdy corporate girl, she was out, and the bad girl, she was out there, all that. And then one day I realized people keep taking advantage of me, saying stuff to me and pushing me in the corner. Then the bad girl come out, she don't want to go back. It was just chaos.
Too much, okay.
I was incongruent. It wasn't matching. I said, by the time I was 40, I was like, something wrong. Something's not right?
Oh my God.
So I said, I'm going to let her out in spurts so she can
Learn how
common.
to act. She can
Learn how to act, right?
Mhm.
Let her out, and we coexist to the extent that when somebody come for me, I don't have to worry about her being rambunctious, and she knows how to handle it because the corporate me is telling her, "No, girl, we ain't doing that. This ain't it.
Yeah.
Bag up." Excuse me. What did you say to me? Excuse me. Change how I handled it than when I was a younger woman, always feeling like somebody was coming for me, right?
Growth.
So I'm learning who I am, and who I am is, yeah, I'm Dr. Edwards, I'm corporate, but I'm also a little hood too. It ain't hood is good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like the ghetto festivities just a little bit.
Hood keep my head on a swivel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always like, what's up?
Yeah.
But I know how to handle myself, right? She was like, why you leaving me over here? I'm your protector. People keep taking advantage of you. Just let me out a little bit. So I said, okay, she out, we good. We know how to handle this, right? So you learn different parts of you and how different parts of you are relevant. You got your church you.
Yep.
Got your work you.
Yep.
You got the hanging out with, the friends.
Yes.
And then you got your girls,
your
right?
Your
besties.
Okay.
Where y'all giggling like, what is that? With anyway, I can't think of when they was all getting together. Anyway, they was all getting together. They was hanging out with drinking our wine and hanging out,
having
right?
a good time.
So you have them, you fit in different times with different level of confidence, and in different groups plant the seeds for you to grow the confidence you need and be able to reap it when you need it, right? I call my girlfriend, girl, so tripping, he tripping. That she was wrong. I was wrong. Did you hear what he said? I told girl, did you? Let me tell you again. Let me tell you again what he said to me so you can hear why I'm upset. Girl, I heard you.
Go apologize.
And you were still wrong.
Right.
You want to get off the phone with me right now? Yes, I need to get off the phone. No, I'm not feeling this conversation.
Okay, I'll call you back later, boo.
Yes.
So
you need them type of people in your life. And people say, you want to be a bookworm? Girl, read them books. We go all that knowledge you got, I'm going to call and be like,
what you read today?
Well, yeah, I need a quote for today. What you got for the right. Who's the latest this? I need, what I'm saying? So you have the different people in your group that's going to bring, help you, support you, encourage you, and help you to, harvest all this confidence that we need. And we're stronger together than we are apart. Right? We're forced to be reckoned with. So the whole system is designed to make us not
break us apart. Yeah.
True.
Yes.
It's true.
But what happens when we get together and we build Wall Streets?
They burn it down.
That was then.
History. Go look it up.
Right. They burn it down. And they drown.
They drown it. Yeah.
But that was
change the laws.
But this is now. So we have a responsibility. So my platform is not the whole world at this moment. My platform is the young lady next door.
Local.
My platform is the one who calls me on an interview and say, "Don't forget about me." That's my platform, right?
Love that platform.
Right. I love
that. We got we kind of crossed because that's my platform.
Right.
She called me. She said, "I need my hair done today, Brianna."
Right.
What time? I'm coming. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to have people in your circle and in your sphere that's gonna support you, right?
True.
Oh, I know Novella know what we need to read. I know she read all of that. Novella, what was so and so and so? You know what I'm saying?
Can you tell me what they was talking about on the news today? Break it down for me.
Yeah. So being confident enough to know that you don't know it. How about that?
It's okay not to know.
Being confident enough to say, well, you know what? I don't know that.
I only speak on what I know. If I'm being quiet, because I probably don't know. I don't know.
Or my mother would say, that's a very interesting question. Let me go find out the answer for you.
Yes.
That's smooth.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
My mama would never say, well, nah, that's a very interesting question.
I'll get back to you.
Let me go. I'm going to get back to you. And doing it. And then I had a bishop that whenever I would ask him a question, he would make me write a paper.
You hated it at the time, but look where it got you.
Wow. Look at you now.
I didn't speak in public. He made me get up and do the read the minutes at meetings. He made me do the announcements. He put me in front of that microphone every time I got a chance. To the point when I first got up there, I was like, to now I don't, not that I don't have some nervousness sometimes in doing this, but because the seeds were planted
He
for
saw
me.
something in
He
you.
saw something.
He saw
in
something
me.
in you before you even got there, and that's the key, though. Those are the people that you have to like. You really cherish. I had an 8th grade teacher like that, Miss McKnight. She's not here no more, but she was like, "You're a businesswoman." I kept talking about being a dentist. She was like, "You're a businesswoman. You come in here selling bracelets. You're a businesswoman." And because of that, look at me now. I what you say? I harvested those seeds that she planted. So
wow.
I definitely think that you are right on the money with that one.
You know
wow.
what? Go ahead, Miss Novella.
Oh, I was going to say that I thought about my mom. You talked about the bishop. You talked about the teacher. My mom, when I was very young, she would make me redo my assignment. If I didn't get a high enough grade, that helped me to strive for more excellence because I didn't want to do it over again. I was like, if I have to do it twice, I might as well
do it right the
Do it
first
first
time.
time.
So, yeah, thanks to my mom.
I know my mom was the wind beneath my wings. She didn't. Her thing to me was, "There's no such word as I can't." I can't. Yes, you can. There's no such word. You do this. You do this. You do that.
That's good.
And she pushed me to, like, I am who I am today because of all that my mother poured into me to make me the person I am today.
Wow.
And giving me the confidence that I have. But it's hard to be a woman out here and walking in confidence and somebody not want to label it. What does that feel like when you get labeled?
I think that's a them problem. It took me a long time to get there, but when people label you, that's their perception of you. And that's, I can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? I can only be myself, and if that's how you perceive it, that's a you problem. Because I have too many people in my life that perceive it the correct way, that see the same things I see, and they feel the same thing I feel. So I just think it's one of those things where maybe that's not your people. Those are not the people that you should be, you know, in your circle or around.
Wow. I think about the picture came to me like a mirror, and they're looking at something, but they need to wipe it off.
Wipe it off. Say, you need to clean up.
Your perception is not right. Let me clean that for you.
Yeah.
Or that side mirror on your car that said the
objects may be closer.
Okay.
Objects may be closer because you don't know what people are experiencing, what they're doing, and how in the Word of God it said, not the Word of God says, but the best thing for people to read the Bible is to see who? Us every day and how we live our lives. Do we walk in confidence or do we walk in arrogance?
Wow, that's deep.
It's a difference.
It is.
It's confidence and then there's arrogance.
It's
Do
the
I
self-aware
love
part of it, though?
God enough to represent Him in all that I do, in everything I do, even when I'm mad.
Yep. Despite what other people think or say.
I think one thing to add, if I may, is that the difference in my heart and mind is how I'm coming across with, I'm not hurting people. I'm confident in me, but I'm not trying to hurt someone. And I think arrogancy hurts others because there's no consideration. That's my thought.
Very good. So if there was 2 things you could tell your younger self, I want you to look in that camera. What would you tell yourselves?
Well, one would be that it's going to really, it's cliche-ish, but it's going to be okay. Everything you're worried about now is going to be okay. But the other thing would be, but make sure you're taking steps in the right direction. Look at things and don't just run over everything. Look, consider, stop. Is this maybe I should shift a little bit. That's what I would tell myself.
Learning when to shift. Yeah. Thank you.
I would probably tell my younger self that fear is not a bad thing. Most of the time, what I've noticed is the things I feared the most have been some of the most life-changing things in my life. And get uncomfortable. I was
That's good.
comfortable for a very long time. Get uncomfortable, shake it up, and you can be who you want to be. You decide who you are. So I just like I would always tell myself that I just grew up and it was always what my parents wanted, what my parents wanted, what my parents wanted, and this parents want the best for you. But you also have to learn yourself enough to know I want something for me too. So just remember that whatever you want for yourself, you can be there because I'm exactly where I planned to be a couple years ago. I'm actually doing those things and I wrote it down. So it's kind of like
prophecy.
Yep.
Manifestation.
Write the vision. Make it plain.
Make it plain.
Yeah, it's we have to love ourselves to know that everything I went through made me who I am. If anything, my dad died when I was 13. No cancer. If any of that stuff had been changed, I couldn't be who I am today. I love me. Am I perfect? No. Do I love where God is leading me? I am. I'm very happy with being led by God to where I'm going. But every single thing in my life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, I learned from those hiccups. I learned from those falling escape. I've not only scraped my knees, I've scraped my whole face.
Me too.
Okay? I had the whole sidewalk burn on my face.
Too.
Had Vaseline on my face, on my knees and my elbows, because I would not listen. You know, my mother wanted so much for me, and I'm like, she old folks, she don't know what she's talking about. She made me take typing.
I'm glad you
in
did.
1978. I was like, I don't want to take it. You're taking it. That got me into corporate America.
Okay.
Wow.
You can write an email, you can get a job.
Baby.
You can write an email, y'all. You can get a job. I'm just saying.
So I think a group earlier was talking about the internet. When internet came out and my kids had the internet, what was that?
Yes, yes.
Hang up that phone on the internet.
The AOL dial-up.
Yep, dial-up. Yep.
All of that, young person, everything in life is purposeful. Have people in your life that love you enough to correct you, that love you enough to push you, that love you enough to say, I got you. You need $5 to eat. I don't have $5, but I got some bologna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep those people close to you who need to be close, and people who need to go, be able to let them go. God will send you who you need when you need it. And realizing being okay with being alone.
Learn detachment,
which is
early.
the best thing in the world that could happen is being alone with self. If you don't know you, then you don't know what you like. You don't know what you need. You don't know what's required.
That's true.
Being alone will teach you who you are and to set healthy boundaries. Boundaries aren't for other people, they for your protection. Learn how to protect yourself. Learn how to harvest all these seeds that are out here because they out here. And what I like about this new generation is y'all big on being y'all. Y'all don't want phony. First thing my godson say to me, I ain't vibing with her. I'm like, what does that mean? I had to think about it. I ain't vibing. We don't vibe. And I had to think about it. He said, God, mom, if I don't vibe with her, I can't do it. And so I get it now. I didn't get it 5 years ago when he told me that. I'm like, okay, vibe and clicking. We
not meshing.
Make sure you know who your circle is. And be okay with letting people go. You know? And be okay with people calling you whatever, deuces. I'm finna go out here and make this money and build this empire. And you keep on saying what you're saying, but I see you on the enemy.
My daddy always told me that words can't hurt you, girl. If you out here crying over some words, girl, he said, I'm finna hurt you.
Right. I'm gonna give you some.
I'm gonna give you something to cry about, okay? And when he taught me that lesson, it through life. That's through corporate America too. Words can't hurt you. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot.
That's a word.
So harvesting confidence is the intentional process of cultivating, nurturing, and reclaiming self-worth, self-trust, and personal power over time, especially through healing, growing, community live experiences, and self-acceptance. Ladies, thank you for being at the kitchen table conversation with us today, talking about harvesting confidence. I thank you for spending time with us today, and we will let you know when this airs, and we're going to need to get your, social media stuff so we can post everything. And I'm going to say, when this posts, I want you to like it, to share it, to subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll talk back to you. My team is making sure I talk back to them. So, but I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank my crew. Thank my family, all my loved ones, and
Hi, I'm Dr. Janetta Edwards, and we just finished talking about harvesting your confidence. Women of color, we need to know what soil we're planting in. We need to know what fertilizer we use it. And we need to make sure we know what seeds and where we're getting those seeds from. And when you plant, a seed has to die. And some things in our life need to die so that we can accomplish those things that God has for us. So I'm saying to you, it's time for a harvest. I'm ready for my harvest. I'm always harvesting. I figured every 10 years I got a big harvest because I'm planting all the time. I'm looking for somebody to water me. I'm looking for somebody to fertilize me. I'm looking for somebody to pull the weeds out, right? Pull my coattail when I'm out of order so that I can be aligned with what God has for me to do. So harvesting your confidence is something that's relevant, needed, and required to live a life that God has called us to live. Peace.